Hey everyone, I want to give you a quick video on how to best warm up a diesel. Much like the petrol engine, we did a video recently, before or after this one, depending when it comes out. Best ways to warm up really any petrol or diesel engine. And I'm going to have another video on hybrids, something that people probably don't really think about, and what can happen to those and how that might affect them long term. So stay tuned, subscribe, turn the bell on for that one. But this one, you can see I've started the engine. I'm holding the phone at the moment. Put the seatbelt on. Lucky for me, we're on private property. So now I'm going to demonstrate, after 30 seconds to 1 minute, the best way to warm up the engine. Just floor it. Obviously not, that's just a joke, right? So this is the best way to warm up the engine. Hopefully you don't live on a main road. Hopefully you've got a bigger property or some back streets to travel through. And this is what you do, you just drive it nice. Try and maintain 1500 revs as much as you can. Try not to go over 2000 until you get to full coolant temperature. That's a start. If it's a diesel like a 1KD FTV and a 5-speed auto, you should be selecting 4th gear because you don't want to see anything more than 4th gear. Drive is overdrive, that's your 5th gear. You don't want to see that till you see highway speeds and when you're not towing. See how many different other aspects have already been covered in this video? Bloody beautiful, isn't it? So take the back roads, or if you've got a bigger property, that's cool, because by the time you get to your driveway, you know, because you're living on hundreds of acres, thousands of acres, aren't you? No, look, you're probably in an older state, to be quite honest, that was hundreds of acres, and now there's hundreds and thousands of houses there, right? So you're in the back streets. And you're just cruising along, because it's probably a 40 zone, a school zone, or it could be a 50 zone, and this is really good for warming up your engine. So this is what you do. This is how you run in an engine also, forever. This is not running in procedure. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, but not really. Serious, but mucking around. Who said your engine running in is going to be exactly 1,000 kilometres or 2,000 kilometres? What's going to happen in that time, in 2,000 kilometres, that's not going to happen at 10,000 kilometres. So always warm up your engine, not by letting it idle, that just wastes fuel. Long idle time is also a bad thing for engines. You don't really want to let it idle for more than 30 seconds or a minute, but the colder it is, the nicer and softer, more gently you want to drive it. You actually want to drive like you've got a fresh carton of a dozen eggs sitting up on your dashboard, and you've got a really slippery dashboard. So just drive the car really nice. The whole car is going to appreciate that. Not just your engine. Your automatic transmission is a very expensive component, and in the Prados, behind the 1KD FTV, that 5-speed auto, it costs about the same as an engine. So keep that in mind while you're looking after things. Oil is the lifeblood, but driving it nice like this till it warms up is the most important thing. You might not be able to do that. You might have to get into it a little bit more, you know, sort of like that. Well, that's okay. You got to do what you got to do, but prolong it as long as you can. Prolong driving like this for as long as you can until you see your coolant temperature to full operating temp, which in these vehicles is about 83 degrees. 82 it says on the thermostat. You'll see 83 on the scan tool if everything's Mickey Mouse. And driving, you're going to get up around 85, 86, 87, a bit warmer, 88, 88, 88, 88, 88, 88, I like it, 89, 90 is kind of my limit. This is the sort of video I'd normally put on 4x4 diesel, but it's going on 4x4 adventures because it's important to look after your adventure vehicle. Okay, don't panic. It's an awesome Toyota. You don't need to do this, but it is going to last longer and love you for it if you do. Taking the back streets. The scan gauge has still only hit 80 degrees so far. So we just keep cruising slowly. I don't really care if it's a petrol or a diesel. I don't care if it's old or it's new, but this is how you look after your engine. You just cruise. We've just hit 82. Engine's probably been running 10 minutes. It's going to take longer in winter. It's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? Just keep cruising, and then there's speed humps, and then you have to get going again, and you just keep cruising, you know. If you're holding people up, you put your foot on it a bit. It's warmed up now. Get on with it. Wakey, wakey, get on with it. Let's go, let's go. And once it's warmed up, once a week, give it a bit of a thrashing. But not just once the coolant gets to temperature. I'm talking about once all your oil and all your engine materials get to the temperature. Once a week, give it a blowout. Thanks for watching, hope you liked it.